Hey everybody, Ryan here at eTrailer. Today on our 2022 Acura RDX, we're going to be showing you how to install the etrailer.com trailer hitch receiver. Before we do that though, let's take a minute, we'll check this out and make sure it's going to be right for you. So with a vehicle like the RDX, it's really capable and people use it to do a lot of different things. So if you're someone who's looking to pull a trailer around, use accessories, or even a little bit of both, this hitch is definitely going to get the job done. Compared to some of the other hitches available, they're all going to be pretty much the same in terms of what they're going to be able to handle and things like that. Even visually speaking, they're all going to sit in the same area, nice and tight up against the bottom of the bumper. The biggest difference between all of them will just be the finish primarily. So the eTrailer has a matte black finish, which I'm a fan of. Looks a little more modern to me. The Curt has a gloss black finish, which on this car might look a little bit better. It has this gloss portion here on the rear fascia, and then the draw tight somewhere in the middle, kind of a semi-gloss. So honestly, it's just going to depend on what you think is going to look the best on your particular vehicle. We do get a lot of people wondering if this is going to interfere with the hands-free liftgate assist feature. And I can tell you that it does. I played around with it for a few minutes and couldn't get it to open, but it sounds like people in the past have been able to get it to open. So maybe it'll just take a little bit of practice to kind of find that sweet spot and have the sensor pick up on your foot and open up the hatch. Regardless, so when you're doing it, you are going to have to kind of kick your foot to either side of that receiver tube opening. The hitch is going to be compatible with all the different submodels of the RDX, so whether you have a base model or one that's fully loaded or anything in between, it will bolt up and work out just fine. It is going to have the 2" by 2" receiver tube opening, which is extremely common, and a lot of different accessories will work with it. It's going to use that standard 5/8 pin and clip. One doesn't come with the hitch. If you need one, not a huge deal. Grab it here at eTrailer. A lot of times if you end up buying a new accessory, they'll come with one. So just something to look out for. And the safety chain openings. Going to be a plate style. And even though they're a little on the small side, shouldn't have too many issues using just about any size hook that your trailer might have on it. As far as the weight capacities go, it's going to have a 350-pound maximum gross tongue weight rating. So that's the amount of weight pushing down on the hitch. So that's good for those 1 to 3, maybe even 4 bike racks, just kind of depending on how heavy everything is. I'll give you an example there. And for the maximum gross trailer weight rating, that's going to be 3,500 pounds, or the amount of weight pulling on the hitch. So that is the weight of your trailer plus anything you might have in or on it. With all that said though, I do always like to recommend, never a bad idea, just to grab your Acura's owner's manual. That way you can check in there and make sure your SUV can handle that much weight safely. Go ahead, grab a couple measurements now, and these will help us figure out what type of accessories will work best. If you go from the ground to the top inside edge of the receiver tube opening, and taking into account the lift that we're on, that's going to be about 15 inches. So if you're pulling a trailer, you could probably use a ball mount that has a straight shank. Just about any accessory should work, whether it have a straight shank or one with a rise even. Should be in good shape there. And from the center of the hitch pin hole, that's going to be pretty much level, or even rather, with our back bumper, which is excellent clearance, and so shouldn't run into any issues at all if you're going to be using folding type accessories. You'll have the room you need to fold them upright, not have to worry about them hitting the back of your Acura. Other than that, at the end of the day, good all-around hitch. If I was putting one on an Acura, this would probably be it. I just like the way it looks. As far as the installation goes, really not bad at all. Essentially, you just raise the hitch into position and bolt it into place. So shouldn't really run into too many issues, but if you'd like to hang around, feel free to. We'll go ahead and get started on it now. To begin our installation, we're going to be underneath the back of our RDX, and if you happen to have a spare tire under here, you can go ahead and temporarily lower and remove that. In our case, we don't, so don't have to worry about it. From there, if you want to, you can lower the exhaust down some to give you some extra room to work, but we don't find that to be absolutely necessary, so we're not going to bother with it, right? One less thing we need to do. With that said, we'll go ahead and identify our attachment points, and they're going to be the same on each side of our frame rail. So we'll have this weld nut as well as this one, and since they're not covered up or anything, it's not a bad idea to spray some penetrating oil in there, take a tube brush and clean out them threads just to get any junk out of there. And from this point on, whatever we do to one side of the vehicle, we'll also do to the other side because it'll be set up the same way. The hardware that you're going to use to secure the hitch will be the same for all of our attachment points. You're just going to have a bolt and a conical tooth washer, and the way you want to put the washer on is like this. So you want the teeth on the washer to face away from the head of the bolt. And you know, your hardware might be a different color, the washer might be a different color, the bolt. Doesn't matter, it all works the same, and is going to secure the hitch. So once we have the hitch up, these are just going to thread right into those weld nuts. With an extra set of hands here, we can get the hitch into position, and it is kind of tight. You're going to have to kind of angle it like this and then almost kind of roll it into place. We'll line up the holes in the hitch with the holes in our frame there, and we can get our hardware started hand tight. With all the hardware in place and hand tight, and come back with a 19mm socket and snug it all down. Now you want to make sure to come back with a torque wrench and tighten down all the hardware to the amount specified in the instructions. And that'll finish up our look at and our installation of the etrailer.com trailer hitch receiver on our 2022 Acura RDX.